Hey y'all, what is up? Welcome to Blonay Got Tea. I am Lisa Blonay and I am back with another video, y'all. Thank you guys so much for tapping in to Blonay Got Tea. Make sure you smash that like button on your way in. Share out this live, and if you guys are feeling the vibe, go ahead and subscribe, y'all. I am, guess what? I am just thinking about rethinking doing this, but I'm just going to go ahead and do this live for y'all. Now, it's really business as usual when it comes to Chrisean and Blueface, right? It's really just business as usual. But I wanted to really chime in on the fact that, and when I say they hate each, where I say crazy and hate, I don't mean that they hate each other. It's just the fact that they hate on each other, right? They crash out and hate on each other, expose each other to the fact where I think we're looking at insanity. Okay. Is this the trajectory of where relationships are going? Not me. I'm just asking for a friend. I mean, is this really what we deem in 2025 as a relationship or even an option? Because we know it's not healthy, right? But it's like, here we go again. All right. First, it was a train wreck waiting to happen, and the train wrecked over and over again. It's like running your head into a brick wall, right? It's like doing the same thing over and expecting a different results. It's called insanity, folks. And maybe when I'm done with this video, maybe we will have learned something. Maybe I will have saved just one soul from going through this. Now, it has turned into a circus, a full-blown circus. And why? Because other players came into the game, right? The key players in this circus, all right, is definitely Blueface and Chrisean, but Carissa, who some people call her narcissist. I'm not going to say anything. Some people call her overbearing. Some people even call her inappropriate. I call her Blueface's mom, right? And with all her flaws and shortcomings, at the end of the day, she just wants what's best for her son. Okay? She wants what's best to put the money in her pocket. Let's not forget, she can be a bit narcissistic. But my point is, Chrisean, at the end of the day, is really jealous, really hating on the fact that Blueface is talking to his mom. And what I see here is a crash course to the very reason why Blueface is behind bars right now. Because if they continue on this course, it's going to end one of three ways. And I know I sound cliche. Call me auntie. All right? Somebody's going to end up in jail. Somebody's going to end up in the hospital. Or even worse. Those are your three options. So when I say hate, I don't mean that they hate each other. Oh no. But they hate on each other. And it's not funny anymore. It's really not. It's really not. Let me go ahead and get into this, y'all, and let me go ahead. I'm going to take a little sip of my coffee just to kind of wet my throat. But just leading with some words of wisdom, remember what they say. The warning comes before the destruction. Okay? And train wrecks and the circus in town has turned into an insane asylum. Let's go ahead and get into this. And what am I talking about, y'all? Well, I came across this video. And hold on, y'all. And I started thinking it was Chrisean and she was live. Somebody online did a video. And it was Chrisean on live, crashing out as usual. They done made up, broke up. You've only been in the house a day. Oh no. And you guys are already breaking up. You guys are already clashing. Let this be a red flag. These are the red flags that we ignore, and then we wonder how we got there in the first place. You know? So let's go ahead and get into this, y'all. Hold on. Let me go ahead and play this for you. And I can't bear but repeat this, is that you will never win with a narcissist. You will never win with a narcissist, okay? Ever. And for him to always want control over Chrisean is insane. I mean, he literally wants her to stay in the house. Really. He don't want her to make no money. But then on top of that, she's paying for everything. Make it make sense to me. This is insanity. You know, and it's entertainment. It's somebody's life, yeah, but I don't want y'all to take this serious. And I'm talking to like younger people or people who haven't had a lot of experience or who may have had some of the same beginnings, right, as me or Chrisean, who's been through some things. You know, I don't know, y'all. Let me go ahead and bring this up because I want you to hear what she's saying, okay, in this. And the reason why I bring up Carissa, the reason why I bring up those people is because it seems like most people that come online, like Chrisean, both Chrisean and Blueface, act out of emotion. And this is not the way to handle things. This is not the way to approach things. This is not the way to have a relationship. Let me go ahead and bring this up. And this is Ruby K on YouTube. Okay, we're just going to watch a small excerpt of it, and then you guys can go over there if you guys want to watch it in its entirety. I absolutely love her videos. And I haven't spoken on Chrisean in a long time, but I like Chrisean. I know it's going to be hard for you to see through it, but I have to talk as if I were somebody who really cared for her, like maybe her mom or sister, her best friend. I just have to talk like that. Okay, you guys? All right, so let me see. Hold on. Let me go ahead and bring this up for you. You guys listen to what she had to say.
Broke up for those 4 months. He didn't have nobody to facilitate bills, nothing. So he pawned all his jewelry and paid all his bills.
Ooh, that Blueface going to the pawn shop.
I don't know why you don't have access to those accounts that has the money. I don't know what the case may be, but he had to pawn it to get new money. And then when we got back together, he telling me, for the things I had to get, the things I had to do to still keep my house. Like, you just left me high and dry. And I'm just like, bro, like, this relationship should be a healthy thing. Like, I'm not going to be doing anything for anyone.
So we are smarter than a fifth grader. Okay. We know that this relationship is nowhere near healthy at all in any way, shape, or form. And you are getting his jewelry out of the pawn shop. Now, there's going to be more to be added on to this. Okay. And like Ruby Kai had said in this video, that Chrisean is spilling tea in her own lap. And I couldn't have said it better, because this is basically the reflection of what I'm talking about. You spill tea in your own lap. You're telling on yourself. And it is insane. We know that you are better than this. We know that you are smarter than this. And this is real, y'all. It's crazy. It's insane. Now, why am I so emotional? Not really emotional, but why am I so passionate about this? Because she also mentions, because I don't know if we're going to get to it or not, but she also mentions that he never came through for Chrisean Jr. at all. And that's a problem. She confesses this. She even reiterates he's almost 2 years old. And you have never is a strong word. And yet you want to make it work with this man. What? And then you want to argue about letting you out to go make money so that you can give it to him in not so uncertain terms if you look at it, right? Yet this man has done nothing for the baby, as you say. That's not adding up. Something is very, very off about this situation. Something is very, very off about that. And that jury ain't cheap. Whatever she's paying to get that man's jury back, it's not cheap. And we have known that Blueface has financial problems, right? And with him being, incarcerated for almost 2 years, I'm sure his pockets have been hurt. Now, I'm not saying he a broke nigga, okay? But his pockets have taken a hit. And in a way, Chrisean has always been the purse strings. Always willing to please her man. Oh, I'll get it. I got it. Putting money on his books. Taking care of you taking care of Chrisean Jr. And you mean to tell me this man ain't did a nothing? Man. Y'all take a listen to this. Let me forward this, y'all. Hold on.
Go get your chains. Finna go get your chains. I'm finna do what I gotta do to make sure we are straight as a family so you could come home and be straight. All this staying in the house has you pawning your chains in. So boom, we get into it. Guess who he following back? And I don't really care. It's just like now he following 5 people. It's like it's out of spite. Like
she mad he following his mama back. Child, that ain't none of your business.
I don't know what he on. Like I'm telling him, God is telling me this and this and this and that. He don't want to listen. But the last time I didn't listen, and when we broke up, and he didn't have no money to.
Now y'all heard that. And this is what I'm saying about acting out of emotions. Instead of coming genuinely from the heart, This is why we have to look at not all just people's actions, because people can put up a front. It's really about the intent of someone's heart. What God looks at when he looks at you, thank God. Because if he looked at the surface and what we put out there, we'd all be going to HE double hockey sticks. Okay? The intention behind it is what I'm trying to get to you guys. Okay? Because these stunts and these circus acts that they have been putting out, who's not used to this already? It's going to be the same crashed out every time. Because why? They keep trying to put a square peg into a round hole. Every time they try to mend this relationship, they're trying to put a square peg in a round hole. It's like doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different results. And what is that called? Insanity. And when you're dealing with the narcissist, he has a harem. I've heard someone to refer to him as a garage where he puts all his shiny little toys, all of his cars, all of his women. And then he uses you at will and then puts you up on a shelf. He never really cuts ties with you or gets rid of you. So don't ever expect that, okay? There'll always be a connection when you are with a narcissist. And he'll come get you when he's ready to ride you. I mean, bleed you. Bleed you. And see, this is where the women, they think that they can do exactly what the man can do, and it's going to turn out, but you have something that's called a woman's energy. So it is never going to work. That tit for tat will never work. And you know, they say the best revenge is success. But how are you going to be successful if you keep on bailing out this man that has never helped you, never did anything for your child? These are your own words. Don't be mad at me. Because you can go watch Ruby Kai right now and watch this whole video. And you will be fully and thoroughly entertained and informed up to the minute. Okay? She does say that in here. But y'all, is that not insanity? And this man is not pouring anything into this woman. And I want to say before I go any further, I believe in Chrisean. I love Chrisean. Okay? Period. But girl, I got to call it like I see it. And that is not good when a man is not pouring into you. And for you to even expect a narcissist to pour into you, and we heard the phone conversations. The phone conversations and this man is locked up, for God's sakes. And he still is on that BS. Okay? Like Pimp Daddy Mac and Dolomite. And it's insane that it still works. It still works. But sometimes I just think they're going through the motions because you guys know each other too well. And it even came out of her mouth. You guys don't remember a few years ago. She said when he released, wasn't a few years ago, it was about 2 years ago, when he released the pictures of the baby's injury, that baby had at that time. You guys know what I'm talking about. She said it was ruined then. Any chance of them even being considered by the public as something that could work, something that could be real, something that could stand on love. She said, you ruined it. Girl, that was 2 years ago. I was rooting for you then, and I'm rooting for you now. But 2 years later, we are still on this crash course. Okay? I didn't say trajectory. I didn't say on the way up. No, I said crash course. Because y'all out here acting like some crash dummies. And this is for real, girl. You should not be paying that man. Girl, if you don't wake the up, okay? Because Twitch ain't going to save you. And you can give us more, okay? But if you continue to, because Sunday session ain't going to help, okay? The Sunday sessions ain't going to help if you hop out and come and play on the devil's playground with all these demons. It ain't going to work. You're entertaining demons is what you're doing. You better stop straddling that fence. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. and y'all messing with Blueface, y'all gonna be right back where y'all just came from. Have you guys not learned anything? And yes, you're gonna get views. Yes, you because this world is ass backwards. They're gonna praise the dysfunction. It's going to get attention. It's going to get views. You're going to get ad time. Duh. It works. It's proven. And what you guys are doing, the dysfunction, the madness, the mayhem, going at each other, bleeding each other, we saw the results of that too. Right? This is why we are going to continue to see these two crash out. All right? Now, allegedly, they fell out. Why? Because Blueface decided to take his own damn mama back and follow them. And I don't understand what this obsession or importance, who came down and appointed the highest importance on who the hell you follow on Instagram. When did that become such a thing? I mean, I know it's not my generation, so, you know, I'm just watching from the sidelines, okay? On the bench, like we don't really play. That's where I'm at, okay? But I'm just saying, it is crucial on who you follow on Instagram, especially with these two, okay? He done went back and followed 7 people. God forbid he follow his 2 best friends, Bravola and Bodine. Girl, you got a problem with that? And we just see you in a video picking up your stuff, frick fratting with them. Like, are you cool, Chrisean? Are you cool? He followed his mama back. Like, you got a problem with him? What is this obsession with him not having a relationship with his mama? See, that's the negative energy that's going to get in the way. That's the negative energy that's going to get in the way. Okay? That right there. You're not humbling yourself. Remember? You're not humbling yourself. And I know that's what the church is teaching you, to humble yourself. That's all I'm saying. Okay? But that's going to be their downfall. That's going to be her downfall, not being able to let go. Okay, she threw a glass at you. Okay, she got a sharp tongue. That woman damn near 20 years older than you. I remember when that was the ultimate diss. And it was enough. Like, that was a mic drop moment. What happened to that? Like, 20 years older than me. And you had youth on your side. I thought that was the ultimate mic drop. What happened to that? Now you just got to hate her forever. Like, there's always going to be a bumping of the heads. We know you can do it, Chrisean, okay? Because we remember when Chrisean Jr. was born. We remember when you allowed Carissa to climb the fence. Okay, she had to climb the fence and wait outside on the lawn. Okay, she was out there with a blanket, all that, waiting on you to give the okay so she could come in the house and meet Junior. So we know that you can do it, girl. We know that you can humble yourself. If y'all stayed in the room for that long for her to be able to meet Junior, you can do it again and again and again. And see, that's the real tea. See, you want to be able to be friends and get along with Carissa because you want to be part of something that they're a part of. Jaden is getting along with Carissa. They done fell out before. Angie over there. They bosom buddies over there. I've just seen them at the King Crab, showing up and showing out. And you see that camaraderie, you see that closeness, you see that dynamic, and you want to be a part of that. And there's nothing wrong with that. But you can't do that being the oddball out. The only way you're going to get back in is if you humble yourself. And why do I say that? It's for her to get along with Jaden and all the other girls? No. But the mama is crucial. That's your son's grandmother. You want to be able to take Chrisean Jr. over to over to Carissa's house and drop him off and be in the videos. You want that, and you should. That's what's healthy. That's what you should be striving for. Praying to God that you can humble yourself, right? Pray for the things that you can change, or courage, wisdom to know the difference, and courage to change the things that you can change. You know what I'm talking about. And wisdom to know the difference. That's what you should be striving for, not getting this back in your bed and back on your roster and back on your arm, because he will never be that. Do you know what he's doing when he gets out? Do you have any idea what Zeus has lined up for him? They already had a show. It's not like he can't just pop back out. Okay? We're not going to take that away from him. He does have the talent. He knows how to go viral. He knows how to get that money. But where is it going? Not to you. According to you, you're paying for everything. Not to Junior. According to you, Blueface ain't did nothing for him in never, ever. And he's almost 2. You said that. So I know it's true. Right? But you know what I really think? Because she acts out on emotion. You guys remember when Carissa was supposed to, they got back together. So they're in negotiations, okay? You guys think they're just, oh, hey, Daddy, I'm so sorry. I have an apology, and I can't wait for you to call. I'm going to move back in. Fake. Girl, we've been around too long. And if you haven't been around and you thought that was real, fake. Okay? Anytime you want to, just call, just hit me up. Just DM me. I'm going to let you know. Okay? Fake. We already knew that was a fake. It was set up. And you later just admitted it in the live I just showed, by the way. But I knew it before. You didn't have to say it. That was fake. Then on top of that, what I think is, I think that this is what I think, y'all. I think that Blueface bribed Chrisean to stay in his house, right? Because she mentions that he was going to give her $40K. Now, she mentioned it a couple times. The first time she mentioned it, she didn't mention it in the context that she mentioned it the second time or the third or whatever. But the second time that she mentioned it in the context of, hey, you stay in the house and I will give you $40K to make up for whatever you was about to run in these streets and do. I.e., the prom that's coming up with Funny Marco, okay? The Twitch prom that's coming up, baby, that you agreed to go to. You're still looking for a prom dress because y'all done fell out. But I believe that he didn't want her to do that. She has a couple of other things lined up. Then she was going to do her Twitch stream, which he crashed, by the way. We're going to watch that. He crashed her Twitch stream like I knew he was going to. But look, before we get to the crash out on Twitch, Blueface bribed her with the $40K to try to compensate for him wanting her to stay in the house and not go outside and make money and mingle and network and possibly do a little bit of a vertical joyride with somebody. Because if you know like I know, okay, we know how Chrisean be acting out there on the streets. Okay, she was just tonguing it up with Biggie. Don't come for me. She was just tonguing it up right after she proved to us that her and Blueface got married. Are y'all ready to go on this roller coaster? Oh, no, I forgot. It's not a roller coaster. Are y'all ready for this circus? Damn, it ain't no circus. Train wreck. Insane asylum. Are y'all ready? You ready for this ride? That's what I thought. We've been through this before, girl. I'm getting off this ride. But I'm here. I'm here to point out the obvious. That's all I'm doing, is pointing out the obvious. But y'all, that's what he wanted to do. He wanted to give her $40K to make up for the money that she was going to be making out there. He probably even asked her, like, what you think you was going to make? What are they offering you? You know, whatever. But then again, does he even have the $40K? And if he does have the $40K, why would he give it to you when he ain't gave you a damn thin dime? for your own child, girl. That should be a hint and a half for your ass. Okay, Stevie Wonder can see that. Stevie Wonder can see that. All right? I'm just saying. That's why he let her come back to make her sit in the house. And I knew it. I knew why he let her in so easy. Why would you go through the spectacle of having your daddy gather up her stuff, a couple months later, say that, hey, we got to get the stuff out the garage. We're going to go put it in the storage. Why would you guys go through that spectacle and create that if it wasn't for a reason? So why would you let her back in the house so quick? Because you wanted her to sit her ass down and not crush your ego or your pride anymore, and to keep her away from others, right? That's why I told y'all in the last video, don't no man want to see nobody with no. Once that happens, y'all lose something. Now they may still F with you. They may still rock with you, get high with you, fly with you, but they ain't really down with you. The trust is gone. Why you think you want to lock her in a house on lockdown until he get out? He been trying to do that since day one. He been trying to do that since when she was in jail. I bet you they had jail to jail calls and he was telling her to sit in the corner of her own cell and not fraternize with the person on the top bunk. The book. Right? So this is what I believe. So, because it doesn't make sense that she would have to sit in the house because he doesn't trust her. But like I said, we just saw you tonguing it up with Biggie, girl. You don't think the man is paranoid. He's paranoid too. And he's talking about a backdoor plan. In one of the references in the live, he says, yeah, I'm going to get ready for your backdoor plan. She gonna backdoor you? Is this the way two people that love each other and see a future with each other talk to each other? And so easily, y'all, with the twist of a wrist, with a flip of the switch, lights on, lights off. Now they're at each other's necks, and you telling me that this is gonna work? Hogwash, okay? Off with his head. I don't think so. This is what I call insanity. Period. And she pays the bill. She got the jewelry. She's taking care of the child. Now all of a sudden, I can go get me a place. I never thought that Chrisean didn't have no money. I never thought that Chrisean was homeless. She makes too much money. Now what she's doing with it, I don't know. But Chrisean is making a bag, okay? Enough to not be homeless. And if she's smart, she's probably saved up. Okay? Get a woman some credit. Credit where credit is due. Because a lot of times she be acting like she don't know and acting, but she has a reckless spirit. And she's young. So that accounts for a lot. But the stupidity in going back and forth with this man, girl, if you don't excel and propel yourself, because in the future, if you guys look at it, her having a relationship with the grandmother, even if she doesn't have a relationship with Blueface, is going to not only benefit her, but her child. That's why that needs to happen. Carissa ain't that damn bad. And y'all know Carissa ain't going to do nothing to that child. And she ain't said nothing that we ain't heard her say before, because they both have put each other on blast. And I'm not gonna say that Carissa ain't wrong, because she all the way wrong. When you bring children into it, her going against Chrisean, that's between two grown women, okay? But when you bring the baby into it, I'm gonna always have a problem with that, But that's nothing that can't be forgiven. That's all I'm saying, because it bothers Chrisean. She needs to let it go. It bothers her. To the point where she acts on it. And you could tell that it was really rubbing her the wrong way. Did I play that part? Yeah, I played the part where she said it about Carissa. Or maybe let me see if I can play a little bit more. Let me see. Because she did mention Carissa, but she mentions Carissa again. Hold on, because I do have another timestamp. Let's go ahead and listen to this. Let me find the timestamp, you guys. And I want to thank you guys so much for joining me. Make sure you smash that like button. Share out this live. If you guys are feeling the vibe, go ahead and subscribe. Okay, 503. Hold on. All right, you guys, go ahead and take a listen to this last clip. Wait. Here you go, guys.
Different location. I said, all right.
You're about to lose $40,000 for your car accident because you don't know this one trick. Check this out. It turns out insurance companies use AI to calculate the lowest amount that they can pay you. Our AI flipped this.
All right, cool. Well, but like, I don't know what everybody already got the money now in a different location. I said, all right, cool. Well, but like, I don't know what everybody like tripping about, you know? Like, I took off for a whole year and some change because for some reason it didn't work out. He wasn't loyal, I wasn't loyal.
So you admitting it. Okay, finish.
I fell off. Boom.
You fell off.
You know what I'm saying? We fell off with the relationship, whatever. All right, cool.
Okay.
I just don't like how he's trying to put me in a position to go up against certain people when like certain people is not here for us. They're not protecting us. They're not making sure we straight nothing. Like, that's cool. Like,
are you talking about his mama or Jaden?
That's cool. I don't care if you made up with your mother. Just have that under check. Like, make that shit right. You feel what I'm saying? Like, this lady is exploiting our kids, talking about our kids, all for clout, just doing stuff for clout.
Wait a minute. Isn't that what Blueface did? Didn't he exploit your kid for clout? And a lot of people are accusing you, not me, but a lot of people are accusing you of doing the same thing. Okay? Can you forgive yourself? Isn't this the same thing that you accused Blueface of doing? That he did do? But you forgave him, huh? But Carissa, never. Girl, that's some deep-seated animosity that you need to let go of, or it's going to be detrimental to you. Because it's festering. And we see it. It always bubbles to the surface. Although you try to act all unbothered, you always mention Carissa, which means that she is more than a thorn in your side. She is shaping your actions. She is shaping your decisions because you act out of emotion. See how that goes? And I want to let you know that what I think is, because these are triggering actions. Nothing that we're seeing is being thought out. It is happening as we see it. Okay? It's happening in real time. They are crashing out in real time. Nothing is prepared. Nothing is prepared. But what I think really, really stirred the pot is, you guys remember a few days ago, right? Or a couple days ago, when there was online, several news sources and YouTubers were talking about it. The fact that Blueface, and we don't know if this is true, Blueface told Carissa, well, Carissa said that Blueface told her, let's just go, let's just say it how it is. Okay. She said that Blueface told her to put Chrisean on that flyer. You know, he's coming out with hold on, let me see. What is it? He's coming out with that show. He's coming out with that show. Anyways, there's a flyer with a bunch of women on it or whatever. He's coming up with this new show. When he comes out, I think it's for the love of, I don't know. But he's coming out with this, you know, little new, when he comes out, so he can get back, you know what I'm saying, get back in there. Anyways, there's a flyer. I think Jaden's on it. Maybe Callie's on it. Everybody's on it. Whoever's going to be in there. A bunch of his, you know, women is going to be on there, are on there too as well. And Carissa was like, oh, Blueface told me to put Chrisean on there, but I don't want her on it. We don't want her over here. And she going to be toxic. She going to be fucking everything up. If anything fuck up, we already know who it is. And that's not a good thing. That's not a good thing. When people mention your name and their faces frown up and everybody getting all tight, nah, that's not a good thing. That's not the energy you want to bring. Okay, especially as a self-proclaimed child of God. I didn't put that out there. So if you're gonna rap. You're gonna represent. But all I'm saying is that's not the energy that you want from people. And I know it's coming from Carissa, so I'm not putting too much weight on it. But the fact of there are other people that are, you know, also saying it. And we know you can do it, Chrisean, because we remember when you and Jaden teamed up against Blueface. Okay? We remember that. We remember how y'all got along. Y'all was in the same car. Y'all went to the same house. Y'all both got beat up that day. Both y'all got beat up by Blueface. That's another thing. The man is abusive. But they think this is a game. I mean, hey, you know, if you like it, I love it. No, I don't. I don't love it at all. As a matter of fact, I hate it. Because I know that Chrisean can do better. She is better. And you guys are on a trajectory of a crash course. And I'm just trying to make sure that you guys know that warning comes before destruction. And I'm just the warning. Why would you guys want to repeat this cycle? And you guys just did a bout behind bars. And they're still out here with the same rhetoric, the same attitude. Right? This same spirit. You're straddling that fence. Because ain't nothing godly about this. That's all I'm saying, y'all. And she even said that, I mean, when a relationship is based on a come up, when a relationship is based on lust, competition with other women, especially his mother, you will never win. Because when you have someone who has money on their side, access, talent, youth, a 20-something-year-old, and opportunities, yet you still bury yourself in jealousy of other women that are already either know Blueface or have already been in Blueface's life or in his bed. And these women have already came out and gave a little bit of their story. You guys don't remember when Blueface said, anybody that's been with me, come on out. This lets you know, girl, that you are not the only one. But did you really need for the roster to grab a microphone for you to know that? No, you didn't. But hard head makes a soft ass, right? And the hard head always got to see it to believe it. Nas taught me that. And if you couldn't deal with Jaden, the first baby mama, you have no grace for someone who bore his children. Y'all in the same situation. Well, position, maybe not situation. Because Jaden over there, I don't know if she's living her best life, but she got her home. I'm sure she got her car. Looks like she mind her own business. Girl, you messy too, because you just came out and called out Chrisean. I don't know why you would want to do that, because she gonna be on your ASS, girl. Triple time. See, a lot of y'all like to poke the bear. So sometimes I don't blame Chrisean for fighting back, but I'm talking about her spirit. And I wish she would get more in touch with her humble spirit. That's all I'm saying. If not, y'all on a crash course. That's it. And I would hate for y'all to do this all over again. But we're going to be here for it, right? We're going to be here for it. Because both y'all mouth is reckless. You know what I'm saying? And then you tell each other's business. So it can't be something she said or did, because both of y'all are out here acting a stone cold fool and you still don't get it. See, this is what I call trying to fit that square peg into a round hole. It's not going to fit. Blueface don't fit. And you keep trying to convince us. At the same time, you're trying to convince yourself. And we see it. That apology that you gave, fake. The excuse that you gave for moving back into the house, fake. But we know that you are the purse strings that Blueface doesn't want to let go of yet. But he masks it as love. He masks it as caring and making sure that you're secure. Hogwash. He doesn't want to admit it, but because of his pride and his ego, because that's what you're battling. That's what you're going against. Those are your true enemies, is Blueface's ego and his pride, and you will never win, girl. You will never win. You will never win. It's always going to win over common sense and humility. But still you try, and to no avail. I'm letting you know that this is what we call wasted youth. Because before you know it, you're going to wake up and you're going to be 30 years old. And you're still going to be doing the same thing with this man. When are you just going to move on? Not out of emotion. See, this is the problem with this circus, which is now insane. It's an insane asylum because you're insane. And I'm talking about your actions. I'm not talking about literal. I'm no doctor. If you think that acting out on emotion every time is something that doesn't, because of something that doesn't go your way every time, somebody says something that's a little OFF, and then you crash out, and then you try to reel it back in. That's abnormal. And girl, you're losing. You're losing. I'm keeping score, and you're losing. Don't worry about what the score is, girl. Don't worry about what the score is. You're losing. Okay? And I'm talking about when it comes to Blueface and this whole shabacle. I'm not talking about in her life. I don't even know what's going on in Chrisean's life. Okay? But I know she probably has some sleepless nights. Because what she chooses to place importance in her life is something, everything that she places importance on and crashes out, whatever she places importance on in her life, she crashes out with on live. And everything that she crashes out with on live, she cannot control. You will never be able to control Carissa. You will never be able to control the situation or the relationship with Blueface. And this is it's insanity. So I know you have sleepless nights. I know there are nights that you probably cry yourself to sleep. And I know for sure you've expressed that you do have panic attacks. So I know there's something deeper going on with Chrisean. You know? Let me show you guys this video of what I'm talking about. Hold on. Let me get back here. Let me see if you guys remember this. And then I will pull up the Twitch stream crash out. Okay. And I want to let you guys know that that came out just a couple hours ago. Okay. And when I saw that while I was setting this up, because I already had this, I was like, oh my God, I got to show it. I have to show it. But hold on, you guys, because I want you guys to see this video. I hope I sent it over. Of Chrisean, when she told us that she has, where is it? Panic attacks. Okay. So there's a lot going on behind the scenes that we don't see. And I just wish Chrisean the best at the end of the day. I really do. But girl, I'm going to tell you the truth. And I got to bring the people the tea. All right. And that's the receipts you give us, a little bit of tea, and my POV. All right. You guys take a listen to this. And Chrisean has been emotional many a times online. So we know she's a big baby. And it's okay. But girl, you got to get out from up under this. Hold on, let me remove this. Because Blueface is not the answer. I done said it in so many, but Blueface, he's not the answer, girl. This ain't the answer. This ain't the answer. Girl, it's just been 24 hours. You about to move out. Talking about, I didn't even put all my stuff in here anyway. I'm about to move out. Y'all are giving me a headache. Y'all are giving me a headache. Hold on, y'all. Listen to this. Damn, what's all that loud?
I'm scared and shit, and he that's what I'm saying. He's not all bad. He's not all bad. I be having these panic attacks, and I'll pull up in a black truck out front of the house, and then wait. The truck will pull off, and I'll wait till he pull out his driveway for me to get in his car. And then I'll see whoever in the window looking at me. Every time I have these like panic attacks, because I'm gonna be honest, I'll be having panic attacks. I'll be feeling like I'm scared and shit, and he that's what I'm saying. He's not all bad. He's not all bad. I be having these panic attacks, and I'll pull up in a black truck out front of the house, and then wait. The truck will pull off, and I'll wait till he pull out his driveway for me to get in his car. And then
Yeah, y'all. So, you know, panic attacks are one of the symptoms that come along with unresolved trauma, whether it's childhood trauma, relationship trauma, DV trauma, PTSD. There's different variations of it. But panic attacks are one of the symptoms. And this is her saying it with her own mouth, y'all. Chrisean is more of a loving, person to get along with. And you can tell that she has two sides to her. The vindictive, get back, bleed them, crash out. But this is going to be the demise. And I don't want to see that. You know? And Blueface is definitely the puppet master, and he holds the strings to these women. Don't ask me how. We're going through the Diddy case right now. You really want me to explain Blueface, and we can't even explain Diddy? This is what I mean when I say Diddy is not alone, and Cassie is not alone, and Diddy is not the only one. There's a pattern of behavior to different variations that we see in all of these relationships here in America. But the sooner that Chrisean realizes this and starts making decisions off of what's best for her and her child and not just emotions, because she always acts and chooses her partners and decides to strike out on her own, get her car, get her house, get her a new boyfriend, all of the positive things she should be doing, but for the wrong intention. The intent is wrong. You're trying to get back at Blueface, and you're going to lose every time you do it for the wrong reason. The intent of the heart cannot be hidden when it's for the wrong. When your intent is bad, people can see it. And you tend to make life decisions that you're already supposed to be making, bitch, on GP, because you're trying to get back at Blueface. That is a road to nowhere, fast. And then you get you a new boyfriend, and what's really scary is that you're talking about having another baby. And I wonder how these men that she keeps leaving feel. Like, how does Piggy feel? That you would just up and leave and be like, oh, I'm out here. Blueface wants me back. Who is going to find any security in starting a real relationship with you, girl? And you talking about having another baby by some random? That's scary. That's crazy, scary, spooky, hilarious. Girl, you're not even in love. Okay? And what are these men thinking? You just up and leave because Blueface called. Who's going to really want to be with you on that level? There's no close connection with you. And it's so easy for you just to up and run back to your ex and leave the man hanging. There's no love. So you can fool yourself and keep telling yourself that. But we out here in the real world, okay? Whether it's the hood, the suburbs, the corners, the cornerstones of reality, girl. Anybody who has ever been in love, even a little bit, we know this ain't it. Okay? Any of us that has ever been in a relationship, DB, and we have made it out, or we are realizing that something ain't right, we know. We know, girl. This is why the back and forth will never work out. And it's so sad for the children, y'all. For her child, because it's just, they're the ones that are stuck in the middle. They are the ones that are stuck in the middle. I just want people to get in touch with reality, because you know the very things that are bothering you and causing strife and causing you to crash out are the very things that you cannot change. But the things that you can change, the trajectory of your life, right? The future of your career. Because girl, if you don't go get a damn prom dress and go to that damn prom with that man, if you don't, okay, Twitch is all the rage. Okay, we just saw what Chrisean and I did. If I was 25 years old, you damn right, I'm gonna do it now. You damn right, girl, get on that Twitch, make that money, but don't use your family or your situation. You can ride on a whole nother wave, girl, and not tell us your teeth. Not all of it. That's what you need. Somebody that can manage her talent. Because crashing out on your reality ain't gonna do nothing but build a book on this internet that you can't never get rid of. We're gonna be able to flip the pages any freaking time we feel like it. When you want to tear that book up and burn it, you ain't gonna be able to, because it's on the internet. Rewrite your history, because right now this is your history, girl. I just pulled this up. This was 2 years ago. Rewrite your history now. That's all I'm saying. And I know it's part of who she is, but just imagine if she wasn't even in the situation, what we would see from Chrisean. And there's only a small window of opportunity, y'all. Y'all think y'all gonna be young forever, 21 forever. That was a store. Then they all closed down. Okay? It's only a small window of opportunity. And it seems like it's gonna be forever, but it ain't. Right? So I don't know. You guys let me know what you guys think about this, okay? Let us go ahead and get into, y'all, I'm about to put this up here. Hold on. And another thing I wanted for her to know is that they were saying that she thinks that she can change the world by just changing her wig or changing her attitude or by her words that she says. But girl, your words are burying you, because every time you flip flop and go back and forth on this here devil's playground with that man, Blueface, remember that God is a jealous God. He don't want no man before him. All right? We have to remember what we are really dealing with. Let me go ahead and play this clip for you guys right quick. This may bring my point home just a little bit, okay? Because this is really the core of what the message I wanted to send to Chrisean. Because, girl, you tripping. And it's now or never. Because we're not going through this again. And I'm sure your fans don't want to see you back behind anything. They don't want to see any negative thing happen to you. But y'all gonna get out here on these streets and crash out, and y'all act on emotion. So it's going to be sudden, it's going to be quick, and the results, we don't know. But the last time they turned out pretty tragic. Yeah. Your ass went to jail. Okay? And Blueface is in jail now. I would say that's pretty, tragic. Just imagine if y'all got 2 or 3 more years on that you already had. Would you call that tragic? It's by the grace of God that you got out when you did, and how Blueface is getting ready to get out in a few months. And y'all just gonna throw it all away and be another statistic. Y'all take a listen to this. She can say it better than I can. Cicely Tyson can say it better than I can. For sure. Cicely Tyson can say it better than I can. Hold on, y'all.
He was my everything. God is your everything. Don't you know he's a jealous God? He don't want no man before him.
I don't even know where to begin to pick up the pieces of my life.
Lord have mercy. I was 39 years old when you were born. I never ever dreamed I'd have children. And then here you go. Sweet bundle of joy. But what did I do? I think I shielded you way too much. Now you gotta get out there. Try to stand on your own 2 feet.
Oh no, Mama. I can't do that. I'm not strong like you.
Sure you are. You got the strength God gave us women to survive. You just ain't tapped into it yet.
Losing my mind, Mama. He hurt me so bad. He was my everything.
God is your everything. Don't you know he's a jealous God? He don't want no man before him.
I don't even know where to begin to pick up the pieces of my life.
So I thought that was a powerful moment in this movie. This is Diary of a Mad Black Woman. I think her name is Elise Neal, and that is the legendary, rest in peace, Cicely Tyson. I thought that really drove home the essence of what I'm saying. You know, so, and at the end of the day, you don't want to put no man before your child. You do not want to put no man before yourself. And that is what you're doing. You're putting this man before yourself. If you're going out to make money so you can keep this nigga afloat, that's what you're doing. You're putting this man before you. You're putting this man that has done nothing for your child, nothing for your both of your son, y'all son, in the 2 years that that child has been on this earth. That's a damn shame. And that would hurt any mother to see you do for your other 2 children, but not do for mine. That would hurt. I keep telling y'all there's underlying pain. She's speaking out of pain, not just emotion, not just frustration, not just bleeding, not just getting back. There's a lot of pain because a lot of times if you really check out Chrisean when she's on live, she holds back tears. And we've seen how she just will start bursting out crying. Uncontrolled emotions, that's pain, y'all. And if you were a fan, you would agree with me. You want to see your fave in pain? You want to know that she's suffering in silence, but then comes on and puts up a front online? Is that what you want as her fan? Really? Y'all, let me go ahead and bring up this Twitch, okay? I'm going to let you guys see the Twitch stream. Hold on. I don't even remember what it's called, but it's from the same YouTuber because she just posted it like 2 hours ago. So allegedly, what we are about to see is Chrisean. Remember, Chrisean said she was going to do a 24-hour Twitch stream, which I thought was a great idea. Now she is clearly in Blueface's house still, which I'm sure when she agreed to come to that house, girl, you already knew that you couldn't go to the prom and that you wasn't going to be on the Twitch stream and showing the hell you wasn't about to invite nobody over to Blueface house. I don't care if it is 2 females. I could have told you that. Blueface was mad that you was on Twitch stream. He's mad that you still going to the prom. And he's mad that you had your manager and your videographer in his damn house. Okay, and y'all make sure you check out Ruby Kai's video because that's what it's in. I just didn't play it all the way. I just wanted to take a little excerpts, little clips here and there. But yeah, he crashed out on her like, you got motherfuckers in my house. She's like, oh yeah, it's just my videographer and my manager. It's nobody. Like, girl, we are talking about Blueface. We are talking about Blueface. Are you cool? Are you cool, girl? Okay. Are you cool? Let me try to find it, y'all. Hold on. I'm going to bring up this YouTube anyway, and then we're going to look for it. Hold on. I got to go to her channel. And I'm not going to lie, she just did it like, let me see if she's on here talking about that part. No, let's go to Twitch stream. Y'all can come back and guys because I'd rather play something for what she just had. I want y'all to see the Twitch stream crash out. Oh, I was saying that what we're about to see is Chrisean doing the Twitch stream. She's supposed to do a 24-hour Twitch stream. So she's on Twitch and she accepts a call from JAIL. with Blueface, and they both crash out. It's a breakup. It's crazy, y'all. Hold on. Let me see. Let's see where it's at, y'all. Okay. Let's go ahead and see this, y'all. It is a Chrisean and Blueface argue on live, the whole live for everybody to see on her Twitch. And this is what I'm talking about. Crashing out on your real life, crashing out on your crash course that you guys are on is not acceptable. It's not acceptable. Is it worth it? Everybody has a price. Is it worth the views? Is it worth the money? Is it worth the likes? Crashing out on your real life in real time? I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't. I don't. I know. And I know the other baby mamas and the other side chicks and sideways and whatever they want to call old flames. They just having a field day, y'all. They are just having a field day. Hold on, y'all.
I've been shut off from my fans for like 2 years straight. Like even Tyler, like where did she go? Like you know everybody, where did she go? You feel me? Like when I was on the other stream, because I'm trying to get my life back together. I had warrants. I was on a run. What happened? I'm trying to think. I was crashing out, and then I had to pay for it for.
Now I'm gonna let this play. I just wanted to point out she start the video. She start the video off telling on herself. Girl, this is what I'm talking about right here. You know, you're smart enough. You even tell us, and then you continue to do it again and again. Girl, you know, and that's why I'm coming at Chrisean like this.
I had to pay for it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I crashed out for like 4 years straight, and then like I had to pay for it. And then and I took off for 2 years. One for my son, one for my mental health, another for my baby daddy, emotional support. I'm just there. W wife, W all that. What? So yeah, it was cool. You know, I don't know. I don't even think I care what y'all say.
Okay, you guys, I'm getting ready to forward it to where Blueface, where she takes the call from Blueface. Okay, so y'all see she on her stream. I'm gonna forward it a little bit and find that spot. Hold on.
But if you're really making it a big deal, you just said I can. But if you're making it a big deal, like I get it. I care what y'all say. So I'm talking, and I don't know where to start. We probably breaking up.
You will not be charged for this call.
You probably breaking up.
This call, say or dial *.
You like beat it. I don't want to admit it. Oh, Jesus.
First of all, she don't mute it, meaning she want the noise. Okay, she want the clap. She want the clap and the clout. Okay, and then she already says they get ready to break up, and that's what's about to happen.
Thank you for using Global Tel Link.
Hello?
What's the deal?
I love you.
Hello, good.
I love you.
Let me know what's good, bro. I'm gonna go play around with you.
What do you mean? What do you mean? What is good? You said, what do you mean? We breaking up? You want to break up with me?
What are you doing?
You know I don't want to break up. I would have just already broke up with you.
So why you don't become these children?
Huh?
So why you don't want to be how it's supposed to be?
You want me to stay in the house and not do nothing? Like, I get it. I just want to be productive. Like, there's so many reasons why we should do it.
Why is this always a problem at hand? We already know that you guys can't trust each other, but y'all still try to make it work. Why is this always a problem? You are not going to be able to rein her in and prevent her from making her money. You're not going to be able to prevent her from going out. You cannot lock. You're not Diddy. Okay? You're not Diddy. You are not going to be able to control her or contain her, but yet you try over and over again. And this is the crash outs I'm talking about. And then they sit up and have a bleed out session and bleed each other out. They could be using this time for something more productive. Could you imagine if they were on the same page, what they could really create? And that would create generational wealth as well, right? It's crazy, y'all. Playing by the YouTube rules, okay, guys? I can't just play this all the way through for like 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Sorry.
Like, why, for me to work? But if you're really making it a big deal, you just said I can. But if you're making it a big deal, all right, I'll cancel everything. And just stick to staying in the house.
I just thought you already knew what it was. What it was, like, figure you know what's going on. Like,
huh?
That's where I said I thought you already knew what it was, but that's why I'm confused at. Like, you acting like you don't know. Yeah, something.
Yeah, but I'm thinking about the future, the bills, everything. You saying like we don't need shit. You sure? Like, like.
See, the problem in this scenario is there is no we. Okay? She's trying to solve key problems, but she's saying it like we, like her and her child is included. You and your child is not included in this we. You are helping he out. Okay? Because he is not helping she. Do we see the discrepancy here? Do we see the discrepancy? Hey, Whitney. You said, I think in the beginning, a lot of us were rooting for her. Now we're just tired and bored with their whole story. Yeah. I don't even know how I dove back into this. It's just, I wanted to reach out and do this video, maybe in hopes that a positive message would be put out there. Not that she would see it, girl. No. Just a positive message that would be out there. Okay? That's all I'm saying. And all his main focus is he do not want her to go to that prom. He does not want her to be doing this 24-hour Twitch. That was part of the agreement with her moving back in. Plus, he was going to give her $40K to make up for what she would lose if she were to go out and do whatever events, whatever. Or maybe just paying her to sit her ass down, which is sad. You do not trust her that much. You want to stop her back that much where you will give her $40K, but you ain't gave nothing towards that child. Girl, why would you even believe that? Why would you even believe that? This is crazy. It really is. What's up, Daily Dose? You said, I've been married to a narcissist and she needs to get far away from him. He will try to destroy her at all costs. That's how narcs are. That's what I'm saying. His actions are deadly. Okay? He don't give a F about this lady right here. I know it's hard for you guys to hear and understand and comprehend, but he will try to bury her. Okay? Her finances, her self-esteem, her opportunities, her reputation. This is what narcissists do. All right? This is what they do. She will never win against a narcissist. Why? Because she's not smart enough, because she's not pretty enough, because she's not, no, because she's not equipped. It has nothing to do with beauty, it has nothing to do with money, it has nothing to do with nothing. You're not equipped to play on a devil's playground with a narcissist. He knows that playground all too well. She'll never win. This will always be a losing battle. She will always come out with the shitty end of the stick. Always. And this is why victims don't want to come out, because they're what? Not easily believed. There's always a notion that it's her fault. So even though she can pull at your heartstrings and she can use her child or a situation in order to get the views, to get the, the accolades and stuff like that. At the end of the day, it's about her and what she brings to the table. And right now, girl, the only thing you need to bring to the table is an iPhone. Okay? You need to listen to JT, girl. I usually say don't you bring more than an iPhone. No, girl. At this point, what you need to bring to the table is your iPhone. And that's it. Because you're doing everything. And I'm talking about financially. Because I'm pretty sure he got enough images and videos to fill his phone to satisfy his needs. Okay? Because it's more than just you, girl. It'll never just be you. You are on a roster that you fail to acknowledge. You know you're on that roster. You've seen that roster because there's a video of it. But yet you refuse to acknowledge that you are on a roster. And this is how you lose. Until you recognize your real value and use it, you're ill-equipped to go against this narcissist, okay? You're not equipped, sis. Now, you might want to grab and pick up my book called Red Flags Don't Wave, a guide to navigating a narcissist. And I didn't say avoid on purpose, because some of us are intertwined and involved with a narcissist right now. But I can still tell you how to navigate. That's why it says navigate, not avoid. Because most of you don't even know it, but you're intertwined with a narcissist. They're rapid, I'm telling you. Okay? They're all over the place. They're kicking ass and taking names. And this is what we're seeing. Because this man keeps kicking ass and taking names. Okay? He's going to continue to spew and display and reflect some type of shame or guilt that is buried deep inside of him, because that's how narcissists are made. All right? You pull away the empathy, and in its place, there's some type of shame or guilt that's buried. That's why it can never be, there's always discord with the narcissist. You're always going to bump heads. There's always going to be some type of chaos or conflict. You're never going to get away from that. But when you get comfortable in that, this is the results. Okay? And if this continues, we have already seen what could be worse than them both going back to jail. Stop. Don't say it out loud. But whatever you think in your head that could be worse than them both going back to jail are the other two options. Those are the other two options on this crash course. On this crash course. Now let's go ahead and finish listening to the Twitch, but I'm going to let you know that I'm not saying that this is crazy and hate, that they hate each other, but they hate on each other too much for this ever to work. Okay? We don't believe it. All right? Some of us stopped believing a long time ago. Long time. Some of us never believed it. Kudos to you hoes, because I believed it. Okay? She had me on the roller coaster for a little while. Just a little while. I caught my own teeth. I thought she was on the road to recovery, the road to redemption, about 3 times before I caught on. All right? So, yeah. Kudos to you bitches who never thought it was going to work. Let's keep going, y'all. Hold on.
I would think you would want me to be productive. I'm like, what do you want? I don't even want to argue. I don't want to fight. I don't like what you want?
Hey, you come up on 133 and I need one. I said that. You should. Say that again. Are you thinking for the future and what? Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, what do you mean thinking for the future? Once I get out of here, it's over. The future, what do you mean?
What do you mean? So if I work, we done with, we not together. So if I stay in the house, we could be together forever. That's what you saying? Like, that's crazy. Like,
girl, why is it crazy when that's the way it's always been? You knew the job was dangerous when you took it. You knew before you moved back in that was the ultimatums. Those were the options. It's always been the option. Girl, he's not going to be able to hold you down because you are going to get up and get out and get something. And he's going to continue to add to his roster of women. And when he get out, he's going to be acting a fool. He going to act a fool on you. Okay? When he come out and do this little show, whatever he's talking about, for the love of blue or whatever, girl, he is getting ready to act a fool. And it's going to be hurtful. I already know. It's going to hit you where it hurts. It's going to sting. Not a little, but a lot. All right? To see your baby daddy slapping ass and co-happen, you know what I'm saying? Co-mingling with the minglers that are still mingling. It's going to hurt, girl. It's going to sting. And you really going to be in your feels. You really going to be in your emotions. And guess what you're going to do? Guess what you're going to do? Are you going to take the humble approach? Are you going to turn the other cheek? Are you going to be the bigger person? No. No, you're not. You're going to take it there. Straight to Hades. Straight to the river Styx. That's where you're going to take us. Yeah. That's what your emotional roller coaster does. It takes you there. And we're going to see the real crash out. We're going to see the real crash out. Because at the end of the day, what triggered this is you broke the agreement. You ain't going to stay your ass in the house. On top of the fact, what made you break the agreement in the first place? Well, he followed back his own damn mama, who shouldn't even be a factor unless we're talking about the grandparent part side of it, right? There should be no competition. There should be no discrepancies. There should be no confrontations. Right? You're living your best life. Why would somebody be in with a mama and they have their own dynamic and hangups? They trying to get it together. On top of that, and you don't want him to get it together with his mama? Why? Because you don't have it together with your mama? Are you trying to reflect your relationship with your mother onto Blueface? Why is it so detrimental? Why is it such a bad taste in your mouth that he links up with his own damn mama? He came out of her coochie. Are we good? Are we good? Because in anything that you guys do besides family and parenting, Carissa should be nowhere on y'all minds. When y'all are intimate, when y'all are going out, when y'all are planning for, your immediate family, Carissa ain't nowhere on the list. That's one of the reasons. Okay? This online back and forth, it gets to you. But this is your stomping grounds, right? You started this gangster shit. But this the motherfucking thanks you get. Because now everybody's part of the circus and everybody's stomping in their big black boots. Now, bitches is coming out the woodworks that have never really been in the woodworks. You just ain't known about these hoes. Well, I didn't know about these hoes. We didn't know about these hoes. And they just coming out the woodworks, girl, strong and wrong. And don't give a fuck. But you didn't get on that flyer. And I bet you that was one of the stipulations to you moving in. Okay? You can't go to nothing. Scratch that prom, because that's what he's really trying to stop. Scratch that prom, scratch his 24-hour Twitch, scratch them people that you done brought up in that man's house, and he ain't told you to bring them people up in his house. You just done took over. I wonder where Papa Blue is. What you do? Put him in the garage? Where he at? In the basement? We ain't heard hide no hair of that nigga since you done dominated the house. I know you have. He probably in his room like he a stranger. Or he's in boarding, like he's boarding a room. He in transitional housing. He just in one room with a shared kitchen and shit. Where that nigga went? But you couldn't get back on that fly. Remember, that was part of it. He was gonna give you that 40. You can't do nothing. You got to stay in the house. Sit your ass down. Don't look. Don't move. Don't breathe. None of that. And then you was like, yeah, but you got to put me back on that flyer. And you got to claim me. Now, this is just in my head. But if I was a betting woman, that's what I would bet. That was in the agreement. Make no mistake that this was an agreement. Okay? If y'all think that they just fell so endlessly in love again and they want to make it work. I got a Brooklyn bridge I want to sell you in Alaska. Okay, get at me. Because if you believe that, you'll buy that damn bridge. Okay? She didn't get on that flyer. And not only did she not get on that flyer, but she got clowned. And see, this is what happens when you have that petty heart. When you got that petty heart, this is what happens. When you act out of emotion, you let your emotions control you, which is something that they teach in church, in the Bible, that you are not supposed to let your emotions control you. Okay? Because faith replaces fear. So you're not supposed to act on your emotions. You're not supposed to act out of anger. You're not supposed to act out of fear. That's something that they do teach you. So you out here on these streets, on these social media streets, acting out of your emotion, girl, you're going to lose every time. And because Carissa knows how to push your buttons, that's another person. I wish you would figure it out. Girl, call me. Girl, call me. Okay? Because I can navigate you through this. All right? And make you the shining star that you are, girl. But you got to listen. Because if you knew really how to play your cards right and you had the tools to deal with both of these narcissists, because they both narcissists, girl, you in a lose, and you got a little bit of narc in you too. I don't know, but you got a little narc in you too. Because y'all don't care if it's positive or negative energy. As long as you can feed off of it, y'all are down with it. Y'all will crash out, take your family down the black hole with you, take your children and everybody else, just suck everybody down the rabbit hole with you. Damn shame. Nobody's safe. But because Carissa got online and clowned you like, I ain't putting her back on. No, nobody want her back over here, girl. Anything go wrong, it's gonna be her. Because everybody's getting along. Me getting along, Angela getting along, Jay getting along, Callie getting along. We going to the crab shack, we chilling. Even though when she said Jaden pulled up, we never saw Jaden. I think that was a joke, or maybe she didn't show Jaden. Because the last time she was at the King of Crabs, in Santa Clarita. Bomb ass food, by the way. Okay, check out my TikTok. I did go there. I did do a review. Make sure you guys follow me on TikTok. Blown A got tea. And yeah, follow me. But good ass food, yes. But anyways, they were down there, and she had mentioned on her live, she was like, "Oh, Jaden's here," but I don't think we ever saw Jaden. But I wouldn't be surprised if Jaden and Angela somehow got along. I don't know, but I remember one time when Angela was on live and Blueface was like slapping Jaden on her bottom, and she was on live and he had her on speakerphone, and she was like, da, 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 da. So I don't know the dynamics, but the reason why I say this is because they both, if I'm not mistaken, went to high school together. So Blueface has known Angie or Angela, whatever her name is, and Jaden, and they kind of look similar if you look at them. They both came from his high school. So I don't know the dynamics with that or anything like that, y'all. But this is why you're mad. And you didn't get on that flyer. And then you wanted to come out and be like, I didn't want to be on the flyer anyway. I didn't want to. Maybe she didn't. Maybe I'm wrong. But I don't know, y'all. That's just how I feel. That's just how I feel on the reason why they started clashing so soon. Because this was going to happen. But why did it happen in 24 hours? Because she didn't get what she wanted. And he didn't get what he wanted. Y'all see? They telling on each other. I'm just the referee. No, I'm just the commentator, right? I can't even control. Referee can control what's going on. A commentator just gives you the play-by-play, baby. And that's what I'm giving you, the play-by-play. Let's go.
Why are you just?
No, that's not what I'm saying at all. I'm saying if you want to do your own thing, do your own thing.
I don't want to do my own thing. I just start working.
I'm not giving you an ultimatum. That's not what I'm doing at all.
Okay. So what do you mean do my own thing?
I mean, if you want to be outside here and there.
I don't want to be outside. I will only go if I get paid. I only would do it if it had anything to do with Twitch or
Bravo, Ken, and Mark, and get money with them.
okay. But why are you?
Child, he sound like he don't want nobody else pimping on her but him. And he know how she act when she go outside. So he want her to stay in the house.
Shout out to Ruby Kai because she always gets it right. You guys make sure that you check out this video. Go to Ruby Kai's page. She does a lot of videos on Chrisean. They are very entertaining, very informative. And yeah, you guys check that out. But yeah, in a nutshell, she just laid it out. She just laid it out because we know how you act when you get outside. Now, I ain't gonna lie, I haven't seen Chrisean like where she used to always be intoxicated. I haven't seen her like that in a minute. So I'm hoping that she's making better choices. Not saying that she can't have a drink and have fun. By any means am I saying that, but the way she used to, y'all remember blackout drunk, rolling on the ground. But to be honest, she always seems like she has a clear head, as clear as this one can be. Okay. But you know, hard head always got to see it to believe it. They always got to see it to believe it. And this is what we're witnessing. But yeah, I haven't seen Chrisean like really like zoned out or intoxicated like that lately. And you know, maybe that's a good sign, or maybe it's something that I'm not seeing. I don't know. But that would definitely add to it. But she seems to be really clear and level-headed as far as that goes. And kudos to you, Chrisean. Kudos to you, girl. I may be wrong. I don't know. But it's just the way that it seems to me. Let's go.
Because that's strong. That's how I rock. That's how I roll.
What?
I'm loyal to who I get money with. I'm not just running to get money with whoever wants to get money just because we get money.
I'm not running whatever to get just with money. This is a business. It got.
I get money with anybody. It doesn't matter.
I'm not getting money with just anybody. We know these people. Okay, like I don't want to argue. What?
Them people ain't never did.
Hello. It had nothing to do with the like what? Just getting shows done. I can get shows done. Like I can just get things done while you locked up. Okay. But you're like you do have a problem with that.
That's not what I need. That's not what I need.
You need
That's not what I need.
What you need?
You don't want to do what I need.
Okay, you want me to stay in the house?
I don't need Destiny Child. I don't need the next top model. I don't need.
Do you hear this narcissist over here trying to stop this girl's shine? You're not trying to stop her bag because she can sit online all day and make big bank. You're trying to stop her shine. You do not want to see Chrisean shine. It ain't nothing got to do with stopping her bag. I mean, that's going to be a result of it, but that's not the intent that is here. You want to stop Chrisean's shine, not her bag, because she can make money sitting right there on Twitch. It's about to go crazy, okay? Now, I can't say it's like it used to be, but Chrisean is not falling off by a long shot, at least not yet. You may be on the trajectory, girl, but Chrisean ain't fell off. Chrisean ain't fell off. Okay, she has fans and people that love her just because she's who she is. All right, and then you have fans that love her because of her behavior, and they may act in that kind of way too, or they may feel like her behavior and what she's doing is all right. Some people may bond with her simply over the dysfunction that's in her life, right? Or maybe she doesn't like somebody that they don't like. You know how people bond over dysfunction. So there's a whole mix of people that support Chrisean. So she ain't fell off. And then the haters, for whatever reason, are going to get you paid too. They're going to keep watching, even if they hate you. You guys have to understand that is the game. Even the haters are making her money. The haters are part of her numbers. Now, you would think if you didn't like somebody, you would not watch, you would not view it, you would not support. But all y'all nosy MFers that want to come over here and see what's popping, that's putting money in her pocket. That's increasing her revenue, and she knows that. One thing she does know is how to play this online game. And I mean, so does Blueface. And maybe that's a talent for, you know, that generation. They're doing a good job. But at what cost? You understand? At what cost? But girl, he just said, I'm not looking for the next Beyonce. I'm not looking for the next top model. But what if she wants to be the next Beyonce? What if she wants to be the next top model? You're trying to stop this woman's shine. And that's some jealous, that's some low down, dirty, that's low down and dirty. Speaking of Dirty Diddy, that's all he did with his ex-girlfriends, his victims, his lovers. He stripped them of everything and took pleasure in it. Chrisean, Blueface takes pleasure in seeing you squirm, in seeing you bleed, as y'all call it. He takes pleasure in this, in seeing you crash out. Are you going to keep feeding into this narcissist that's draining you of your energy, trying to drain you of your talent and muffle your shine? Because that's what he's trying to do. I didn't already peeped it. Y'all, he trying to stop my bag. No, he not. He trying to stop your shine, girl. You could sit up on Instagram simultaneously, set up Twitch and motherfucking Snapchat simultaneously and TikTok, bitch. And clock a milli. Because if Wendy Ortiz can do it and clock 500,000, no. That next check, she was on the phone with her mama talking about she made $1 million. I know Spanish. I know enough Spanish to know that she told her mama she ain't got to worry about nothing. She made $1 million. Now, when she was at that Streamers Academy and she got her check, 500,000. 500,000. Chrisean made $30 million off of that damn streaming university. He called his mama up and said, retire, mommy. And I'll give you, what, $150,000 a month for life or something like that? Yeah. Wendy Ortiz called her mama up and said, mama, that's it. You mean to tell me you can't do that shit? Hogwash. Hogwash. So you are trying to stop this girl shine, not her bag. She could sit in this studio right here and make her bag every day. So let's call it for what it's worth. You want to stop her shine because you're a narcissist. If you're not a narcissist, you're narcissistic-ish. Because I'm no doctor. I can't really diagnose you. But that's what I see. And she continues to play this game and play into you and then play like she's dumb. Girl, you done asked this question 11 times. What do you mean? What's going on? Why I can't go out and make money? Bitch, because he hates you. Bitch, because he hates you. He hates your shine. He hates the attention you get. He hates the female attention you get. He hates the male attention you get. He doesn't want to see you shine. Whether you're in his corner, outside the corner, at the liquor store, in the church house, he doesn't want to see you shine. As a matter of fact, he wants to bring you down. Okay? And when he gets out, he's going to bleed you. And at the same time, come up. I tell you about this intention. Both y'all going to crash out because your intentions are not good. You guys are just trying to do tit for tat, get back at each other. That revengeful spirit, that spiteful nature is going to take you down every time. I'm just saying. It's not a good look. Child of God, please see the light before it's too late. And the light will be shining through the jailhouse window. Okay? All I'm saying.
The next big rap star. I don't need the gospel singer rapper. I don't need that. That's not what I need.
It's so discouraging, but why don't you want to facilitate? Why don't you want to facilitate? Why don't you want to facilitate?
That's simple. What?
Okay.
It's not going to facilitate. You're already making 2 contracts and you
All
already.
right. You keep.
You call Kim. Everything goes through Kim. What? Okay. I don't need that. I don't need to.
She's not like that with you. Y'all actually have a good friendship. Like whatever. Okay.
Girl, he is your pimp. You don't need no manager. He is your manager. Okay? He is your manager. Now everybody gotta go through Kim. Oh, he really burning now. Talking about the relationship ain't the same. He don't want her there. Poof, be gone, bitch. That's what he want to happen to Kim. You up here still trying to speak up for her and be an advocate. Advocate that hoe up out of here is what he want. I don't even know Kim. I'm just saying. Don't you understand, girl? He wants you to depend on him solely, financially, physically, psychologically, emotionally, verbally, everything. He wants your soul. He wants your soul. the essence of who you are. Are you willing to keep playing with that? Because you're dimming your own light and you're blocking out your own opportunities. Because if you wasn't caught up in the rapture with this nigga, just imagine how many people would be clamoring to work with you, clamoring with possibilities. And I know you're getting them now, but girl, they would be quadrupled if you would just get from up under this man who is trying to take you down. And not take you down with him, because he's going to use you as the stepping stool and the stepping stone to bring himself back up off the back of you. And you don't even realize it. While everybody's sitting over there kikiing, if you could really see what was going on in that man's phone and everybody that's behind it and everybody that's probably sitting there like, and he just fraternizing with the hoes and fraternizing with the enemy, coodling up and noodling up, and you sitting over here like dumb Dora, thinking you the only one, while they sitting over there laughing at you and plotting and scheming and planning like demons. Girl, wake up. You need the armor of God before it's too late. Okay? This from one child of God to another, girl. You better hurry up and get off that fence. You're straddling it. Okay? Take your tippy toes out that devil's playground. And I'm not saying don't have fun. Don't go out, listen to rap. Don't twerk. Don't shake your ass. But girl, this what you're trying to push down our throats. Well, not mine. Because I just hopped on board, girl. You ain't pushing it down my throat. But just imagine, can you guys think about this? Most of her fan base, it's fun. Okay, it's all, it's all, under the water for me. It's all fun and games for me as far as what I'm talking about. But y'all, her main fan base are kids. Do you not understand that? Regardless of, not even to count probably the young women. Children, y'all, teenagers. Did you not see when she went to that middle school? That wasn't even a high school. They knew all the words. They knew who she was. They wanted autographs. They were screaming like she was Beyonce. The fuck? When she went to that high school, middle school, she was Beyonce. When she went to that high school, she was America's Next Top Model. To the younger generation, that is exactly who she is. Okay? And they not ready to grow up. They are Toys R Us kids around here that ain't ready to grow up. She got them too. Let's just be real, okay? Her main base, fan base, supporter base is teenagers, y'all. Young preteens. 10, 11, 12-year-olds. And you think I ain't gonna say nothing? So let's just get back. I'm gonna let you guys hear a little bit more, and then we're gonna go ahead and get out of here. Thank you guys so much for being a part of Bloné Got Tea. You guys, make sure you smash that like button. It will get us into the algorithm. We are on the road to 10K, okay? And we are on the road to monetization. I am doing this from the heart, you guys. I'm not monetized on this channel, but I love what I do, okay? And if I can slide a little bit of my POV, that will help the next person. If I don't scare you off, because I'm a Gemini, what can I say? You don't chalk me up as a bitch and you listen, I don't know, maybe I can help somebody. All right. And if you think somebody who ain't 16 saying ain't gonna run across it, you're lying. You're lying. Okay. When I was a teenager, I was a lot of places I wasn't supposed to be. Okay. So let's just get that straight. So let's go, y'all.
Girl, it sounds like he wants you in the house taking care of that baby, learning how to cook and clean, and not be outside ripping and running.
Well, let's tell us about.
Huh?
What?
Huh? What? Can you stop being mean? Like, why would you? I don't need no help. You know I don't need no help. You wanted me to come home because you wanted me to be your girl. Stop saying stuff, bro. You know I didn't need nothing, bro. I don't need nothing, bro. Like, I don't need anything. You ain't send me nothing. You ain't never send me nothing. I don't ask you for nothing.
Oh, she ready to clock his tea now.
Like, what?
What would your life be like if you were a rapid transformational therapist? So I can give you a glimpse into that life now.
Me again. I feel like you got resentment from when we just broke up for 4 months. Like, you feel like somebody left you high and dry. You feel like you ain't had nobody. I felt the same way. You disrespected me. I disrespected you. Whatever the case may be, bro. Like, what? Like, what? Are you like? I just feel like you're not.
Anything that we're not talking about.
What? That's everything. My brain hurt. I don't even know what we're talking about anymore now.
What are you talking about?
I don't know.
Yeah, like you talking about going out and getting money.
No, I'm talking about working. I'm talking about pursuing and doing whatever I can do while I'm waiting for you. But you saying no and no and no. Okay. All right.
Yeah, that's not you waiting for me. That's not you waiting for me. That's you moving without me.
And see, this is the moment I'm talking about where she's trying to hold back her tears and stop from really crashing out. That's pain, y'all. That's real life. This may be just, entertainment for some people. It may be content for me. But at the end of the day, we are looking at reality, somebody's real life playing out on live. And this is what I'm talking about. You see how she's trying to hold back. She just wants to burst out crying. And we know Chrisean can be emotional and just burst out crying. We saw 4 whole seasons of this whole bursting out crying. Okay? If I could show as many times as she bursts out crying and let her emotions take over for the pain that she's going through and all the deep-seated problems that she's still battling, I definitely get a copyright strike. I wouldn't be able to play that many clips on one stream. Okay? At the end of the day, y'all, this is not healthy. This is a crash course because you guys don't hate each other, but you're hating on each other. I mean, if the minimum of amicable, right? I do not believe that they hate each other genuinely. And that is not my reference when I said crazy and hate. But what they do is they get online. One little thing goes wrong, a misunderstanding. There will always be a misunderstanding. Okay. Every time y'all see each other, there's going to be a motherfucking misunderstanding. Okay. Forever. Forever, ever. Forever, ever. Forever. Okay. This will never work out because nothing has gotten resolved since day one. Okay. Since you wrote on the mirror in period blood, I love blue, shit ain't never been the same. That's all I'm saying. What's up, Orazark? You said whether it's fair or not, you live in someone's home, you follow their rules or leave. Well, the reason why she went there shouldn't have been like that in the first place, right? And his rules should not be that she can't live her life. Now, I can understand having people in the house and stuff like that, but this should never even be a thing. This should never even be a thing, y'all. You said when he get out of jail, we all need to get out the popcorn because yes, The poop show is coming, baby. The insane asylum is going to be back in effect. You know, and maybe, just maybe, Chrisean needs to work on her own relationship with her own mama. Because who is in her corner at the end of the day? These randoms that she keeps replacing. She has teams that she kind of replaces. Every time she starts anew, she has a whole new team. Where's the loyalty? Where's the longtime friends? Where are the real people that care about you? And I understand there's strains between family. I have a strain with my family. So we're not always close. I get that. But one person, a couple of people, maybe you need to work on the relationship with your mother. I mean, I don't know. I think it would be therapeutic. You know, I know her mom is not in the situation to even probably comprehend or help her due to her, you know, Ugdre use and her being in recovery and her seeming still to be affected by decades. Okay, at this point, decades, ever since Chrisean was a baby, before she was born. Okay, so at minimum 25 years, she's been battling with this. So I understand she has battles of her own. But I believe that has something to do with how she kind of reflects that on the father of her own child and his mother. Because at the end of the day, what do you really have against Carissa? She threw a glass at you? Bitch, you have forgiven Blueface for much, much worse. But you can't find it in your heart to have the grace and humility to forgive his mother for some dumb shit that happened years ago? Kick rocks. Kick rocks. But you can forgive this man. And he's done much, much worse. He has humiliated you. He has shamed you. He has rejected you over and over and over again. It's called discard. He has discarded you and hoovered you and love bombed you and abused you. You don't remember in the back of the Uber? You don't remember your hair being pulled out when he bust down the damn door because you had his phone and you found the gay POR in it? Because, girl, I can keep going. Them videos, the reason why my damn channel is demonetized. So I damn sure remember covering you. I'm just saying, y'all, as long as you hold that animosity and that dysfunction in your heart, anything you touch, as far as relationship, is going to crumble. Anything that you pursue, it's never going to be fulfilling because there's always going to be something missing because you're not acting out of your true nature. You're not acting out of good intent. Okay? Being spiteful, being revengeful, being sneaky, being evil. But yet hollering God the whole way. Like, now I'm not saying that she won't go on to make money online, you know, do her social media, clock dollars. I just explained to y'all. And at the end of the day, I am rooting for Chrisean. But I'm just saying that she no longer has a fan base. And I'm not saying that she no longer has a fan base. But what I am saying is that when the lights go out and she walks off that stage and she goes to live and live her life and lays her head down at night, she's struggling with demons. She's fighting with herself. And if y'all don't remember that she said she used to have panic attacks, I just reminded you. She also went on to say that only Blueface could calm down her panic attacks. So we know that she struggles, y'all. This let me know that Chrisean is in some ways still suffering and is not truly happy. Who can be truly happy in a situation like this where you're so unstable? Like, she just moved in 24 hours ago. Now she got to get the fuck out. What? What? This instability can knock anybody off their grind, knock anybody off their block. Okay? We're all human. Any of us in this situation can get clearly knocked off their block. This is all a front, y'all. If you guys believe it, it's fine. But she ain't gonna fool me, because she'll never let you know the pain that she's really going through. When she's going through this, she'll never really let you know how many tears she cries and how many times she cries herself to sleep. And I'm just using these as a scenario. I don't know. But I know something's not right. And I know a lot of her actions come from pain and confusion. But she will never let you know the anger and the frustration and the jealousy that festers, that's right below the surface, that she feels every time one of these hoes pop out and pop off. I mean, it's irritating her soul that Angela has popped back up and has a great relationship with Carissa. That's what's really eating Gilbert grape, y'all. Even Jaden has fixed and admitted her relationship and mended her relationship with Carissa. And remember, they used to go back and forth. Everybody seems to be getting along for the most part. And this is the jealousy that sparks Chrisean, because that's all she moves on. She moves on emotion. And jealousy is one of the worst things to move on. When you're motivated by jealousy, it's one of the worst things. To move on emotion, period. Right? And when you move on that, you will lose every freaking time. And you look crazy out here. But your friends won't let you know. They gonna pump you up and hype you up and make you think that you are, everything's cool, girl. Bitch, you look crazy as hell out here. Okay? I'm gonna let you know. You look crazy. And you're losing. When it comes to Blueface, you're losing. And you just give him fuel. You just keep feeding him your energy. Whether negative or positive, this is what he needs in order for him to just function as a human on an everyday level. And until you understand that, you will not truly gain your power and know your power. Because that's one thing about narcissists, whether it's negative or positive, energy is energy to them. And they need your energy not just for fun and frolic and folly. No, they need it in order to survive every day. Because inside they are empty. Okay? That's why it's called narcissistic personality disorder. They have to have a personality in order to have a disorder. So yes, they have a personality. Yes, they have likes. Yes, they're there. But it's faulty. It's fractured. It's a mask. Anything good that's not of them, if it's not for them, if it's for somebody else, they're mimicking. They're mimicking your behavior. They're mimicking your emotions. And the sooner that you realize that, the sooner you will stop giving away your energy. That feminine energy, that priceless energy. And I'm not even talking about sex. I'm not even talking about that. But with Blueface, you're losing. That's all I'm going to say. And you'll have to live with the results of, you'll have to suffer the consequences, like you said. And putting yourself out there because you said in no uncertain terms that what you and Blueface have had or were going to put out there has been ruined. You said that like 2 years ago. You said that when he put out those pictures of Chrisean Jr. Right? Remember, you said, how could you do that for a man that treats you so wrong? This man hates your shine more than he loves you. This man shows disdain. This man shows he loves and supports you, and yet you keep falling into this trap of this fantasy that you have, that you think you're going to actually become a true family, baby girl. I can say this now. Please pray for discernment and the strength to leave this situation because it is dead. And all I got to say is sometimes we try to hold on to the very things that God is trying to tear us away from. That's why you tried to balance out that tattoo on your face by putting Yahweh on the other side. No. We don't worship idols, false idols. That's what Blueface is. You know? Because, I mean, God is a loving God at the end of the day. But you guys also have to remember we were made in God's image. And Jesus ain't no punk. Okay? Jesus ain't no punk. You know? You got to go by the intent of his heart. And when your intent is to hurt people, your intent is to get back at people, I wonder how happy God is about that. All right? And all the sermons in church in the world is not going to take away from all the hell raising y'all be doing out here on these streets. Once Sunday service is over, y'all is hell raising in these streets. And I can tell you right now, Blueface is going to continue to ping pong back and forth with you. His mama ain't going nowhere. His baby mama ain't going nowhere. And he's only going to add more women to the roster. I'm here to tell you, they're lining up as we speak. Okay? When he gets out, that roster is going to be bigger. And you say you don't want to be on the flyer? Yes, you did. You want to be all up in the mix. And you wish that you and Carissa had that relationship. I mean, if you could do it over again, Chrisean, would you? Would you not beat ass? You wish you could bring your child over with the other children and have some type of commune, have some type of relationship. Duh. That's the way it's supposed to be. Why wouldn't you not want that? But we want to look at that as dysfunctional. And then see this shit that they laying, all this ruckus that they laying out for. This is supposed to be the normal. Okay. And there are so many elephants in the room when it comes to Chrisean. So many things that we don't have answers to that you keep overlooking. But you see it. You see it. You see it in the comments. Even some of your hardcore fans are beginning to question, like, girl, remember? You were the one that decided to go live on Instagram and have your baby and open up your twat to the world. You. But now it's none of our business. Hogwash. Because inquiring minds want to know. Okay? We want to know. This is how you manipulate and make your money online. So knock it off. All right? So I'm going to need a little update on Chrisean Jr. Bless his little heart. And we want to know if anything, if you had anything have to do with Ronnie. Rest in peace. I mean, what? I'm not even blaming the unaliving. Now, the social media streets are saying something else. Me, I just want to know what went wrong. And why would you not allow this man a paternity test? Knowing, and you just admitted it in the video. Oh, you were cheating, I was cheating. Girl, we already know, we done already broke down the fact that you were with him in December. And he co-signed that story. And I believe Ronnie. I believed him. I believed him when he was alive. And I believe him now. Rest in peace. I want to know what you had to do, if anything. What happened? Do you know anything about him losing his life? And the fact that he was trying to find out if Junior was his son. And if you know, like I know, and Blueface know, you will lay down with the next man with no problem. Now, I ain't calling you a hoe. I ain't saying she a gold digger. Okay? But she ain't messing with no broke nigga. That's all I'm saying. That's why he don't trust you. That's why he don't trust you. That's why he wants to keep you locked up. Well, that's not really the reason. That's just the small part of the reason. The real reason is he's trying to stop your shine, girl. So quit throwing accolades and giving this man credit for wanting you because he wants you to stay in the house because he don't want you to be with little baby. Little baby in his restaurant. Fuck little baby in his restaurant. That's not the only. That nigga trying to stop your shine, girl. He's trying to snuff you out. And you don't even see it. He's killing you softly. Okay? He's killing you softly. And what would probably be a good motivator is if you were to go and play Lauryn Hill's song, Killing Me Softly. As a matter of fact, play her whole damn album while you're at it. Okay? Yeah, that's what we're going to start. We're going to start with you playing Lauryn Hill's whole damn album. That's what we're going to do. You need to start there. Anyways, y'all, you know, I mean, you wanted to see tit for tat with Blueface as well. He calling you a bitch. He calling you a hoe. He calling you unstable. Said you was homeless. He done put that whole narrative out. Now everybody talking about you homeless. Y'all think about it. Why in the hell would Chrisean be homeless? Why? When she keeps the numbers that are needed to be paid online. I don't know why y'all make that go away when it hasn't gone away. She's still pulling in big numbers. Maybe not like she used to. I don't know because I haven't checked. Okay, last time that I checked, there was no smut on my rep. There was 5Ks on my neck. Okay? Last time that I checked, I'm the streets voice out west. Legendary self-made progress. Shout out to Nipsey Hussle, rest in peace. I'm sorry, y'all. Sometimes I go off like that. But yeah, y'all, it's just, I mean, I would hate for another child to be brought into this world under faulty conditions and shaky circumstances and no real love. How dare you? I've said this before and I'll say it again. This is a train wreck turned into a circus and now it's an insane asylum. And I can let you know that this is going to end one of three ways. Okay? Somebody's going to end up in the hospital. Somebody going to end up back in jail or worse. That's the only way out. That's the only option these two are leaving us, right? Mark my words. And I'm going to leave you with this. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Because this reactionary Love Jones situation, thin line between love and hate, insanity, and a trip to the wig shop ain't gonna fix this damn thing, girl. We already know you're beautiful. We already know that you're talented. I'm not taking any of that away. But that's not going to fix the problem because guess what? The other hoes are beautiful too. Okay? All right? They got talent too. And I bet a few of them hoes can suck a mean dick. All right? Y'all, I don't know. Let me see what y'all saying in the comments. That's my 2 cents, y'all. I don't got nothing else to say. And you know I'm a Gemini. I can just keep talking and talking and talking and talking. But I'm going to let you guys, I'm not going to bleed y'all ears. But holla if you hear me. Holla if you hear me. Okay? Make sure you guys make it over to Ruby K. I don't know if it's Ruby Kai. I think it's Ruby Kai. And watch the rest of this, yo. It gets interesting. It does. It's much more. Okay? Much, much more. You guys make sure you check out both videos because I only gave you a snippet. Watch both of these videos. It will catch you up and you will be entertained and flabbergasted. Okay? It'll leave you scratching your head. Okay? Unless this is how you get down. Then you'll feel right at home. Okay? You'll feel dysfunctionally approved. Okay? I'm just letting you know. What is this right here? Hold on, y'all. Let me see what this is. Is this something I wanted to show y'all?
Think you're over something, you think you're ready to get on with your life. This how you really find out.
Oh, wait. Let me play this one more clip for y'all. Hold on. Let me play one more clip for you guys to kind of drive my point home. Because a lot of times Chrisean likes to play the role like she's over it and everything is fine and dandy. Girl, everything is not fine and dandy. All right? It ain't. All right, I got one more clip for you. Oh, let me see what's going on in the chat as well. Let me put this clip up for you guys. By the way, this is my favorite movie, Diary of a Mad Black Woman. And it had a lot of messages that rang true for me. And I think it kind of drives my point home as well. Go ahead and take a look at this clip. Oh, Lord, I forgot Tyler Perry being sued.
This how you really find out if you're over something or not. If you get an opportunity to get even with somebody that did you wrong and you don't take it, then you're over it. But if you don't, and you beat the hell out of them, you ain't over it yet.
Baby, tell me something. How you doing?
I tell you how she doing. She beating the hell out of him.
How did you know?
Child, you been around me. I don't think you're over something. You think.
She ain't over it. She is not over it. Okay? She ain't over it. She ain't over it. Amaris Ross says, thank you, Miss Ma'am, being one of the channels to keep them real. Girl, you're welcome. Girl, you're welcome. She's slow. Yes. Yes. She's slow. She's slow. She said, Lord, who got the baby? What's up, Kai? Girl, the baby is always in the background off to the side. Now, I'm not saying the baby ain't being taken care of. I'm not saying nothing about nobody's baby. But I do want to update. Okay? I don't know what she's doing with that child. I believe that Chrisean is a good mother. I do not believe that she's neglecting. Now, maybe, she's out in these streets. So in a way, when you leave your child too much, too soon, too long, that can become neglectful. But at the end of the day, just overall, I do not believe that she's neglectful. I don't believe that she's a bad mother. I do believe that she loves her child. But you can love your child and use your child for, to get clout as well. You can use your child as a tool, a bargaining tool with the baby daddy. People do it all the time. But in my heart, I do not believe that she's neglectful or a bad mother. I really don't. I mean, besides the fact that we need to update with Chrisean Jr., I understand that. But people kind of go a little deeper, like she's neglecting her child, like just overall. And I don't believe that. So I didn't mean anything about, but he's usually just there with his mom, just off to the side or off camera. You know what I'm saying? That's what I meant by that. I didn't mean anything else by that. Because I really, at the end of the day, I really don't know. So I'm going to lead on the side of my judgment that says she's a good mom. I mean, I just really believe that. Maybe she's not. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's just what I believe. I do not believe that she's a bad mother in that essence. Okay. Now I'm not talking about as far as the milestones and, everything that is going on right now with the problem that most people have with not checking off the milestones and not ever talking about it or giving us an update, but you talk about everything else. That's just kind of odd. It's kind of weird. And it always is going to make us think that something else is going on, right? But, at the end of the day, I'm just going to say that because I wish, I'm just hoping that that's how it is. And I don't want to say nothing else that may, put it out in the air like that. So I'm not really going to speak on that. I just really believe, and I pray for Chrisean Jr. as well. I believe that he's in good hands. Okay. Ashes, that's not true. Blue Ben stopped talking to Carissa on his own. Yeah, no, girl, I understand. Okay, because those are two cuckoo crazies. All right, but at the same time, I like Carissa. And when you weigh it out, it's more good than not that comes from her. And at the end of the day, I just truly feel like she wants to have a relationship with her son. But we have to understand that the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree. You feel me? So yeah. Yeah, definitely. And for other reasons. Now you let me see. Ash, you know what? You are totally right. And if I didn't delete the videos, okay, I do have a video where I break that down on the reason why he broke out with his mom. It don't have nothing to do with Chrisean at all. But what does have something to do with Chrisean is her relationship and her dynamic with her son's father's mother. Okay. I mean, when do you wake up? Who do you know that has who they baby mama or their girlfriend done beat their mama up out here on the street and slung their sister around like a rag doll? On top of Callie's, whoever she was dating at the time got knocked out. I got that video too. Okay, so I mean it's not very common that you're gonna hear that. I don't know, maybe on these ghetto ass streets, everybody like, hey, me. But you know, that's not common. Okay, but that's not common. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, Ash, I did a whole reason on the real reason why, and this was way before Chrisean. So you're absolutely right about that. You're absolutely right. Queen TLC, hey girl, how are you? You said, remember, there was talks of her having a one-night stand with Offset after his birthday party when he and Cardi just split up. Yeah. I remember that. I don't know if I believe it or not. I don't know. Things like that, it's like, I don't know. I don't really think that she would. Oh, but didn't her best friend say that she did? Didn't Jay say that she did? Y'all let me know. Because I think one of her friends, is that Jay? What's her name? Yeah, her name was Jay. I think she did say that, huh? Now, when it comes to things like that, I don't know, girl. I don't be knowing. I just be like, maybe, maybe not. I really don't believe that she slept with Offset. I don't believe that she would take a penitentiary chance like that. But then again, when you crash out and you trying to get even, Steven, and you trying to act like the male and do what the males do, who knows what you'll do. But if you ask me, I'd be like, I don't think so. DJ Cali says fake news, just using the name for clickbait. What? I just had a full-blown 2.5-hour conversation about what she put out there. What are you talking about? You said she's going to be owing them like Tasha K owed Cardi B. She said she's going to be owing them like Tasha K. Yeah, y'all. So you guys, thank you guys so much for being in the chat. And I welcome your POV, whether it agrees with me or not. I don't want a bunch of robots over here, okay? But I believe everyone should have a POV, and I like to explore all POVs. Whitney, you said, I believe that I wish she had waited till she got older and got help with somebody with some issues she has had, that she should have been able to focus on solely on Junior. Yeah. Internet Granny, hello, welcome, and thank you so much for joining my chat. You said, hello, as a mother that has 2 sons, with that was way bigger than my sons, and my children didn't walk until they were 2 because the private part has to heal, but they needed therapy on their legs. Oh, okay. Yeah, we really don't know. I just still want to update. That's all I'm saying, is an update. Okay? And share some milestones. Girl, because something had to be wrong, because guess what? If there was nothing wrong, and I don't know if it's physically, literally, if everything was copacetic, girl, we would be flooded with everything. We wouldn't even get enough for Chrisean Jr. would be front and center. Okay? If everything was copacetic. Everything ain't copacetic. Okay? When we just catching glimpses of your child that you put on Front Street from day numero uno. So we can meet your child and look at your child and be involved when he's 1 minute old, but we can't be involved when he's 1 month old or 1 year old. Right? That's all I'm saying, girl. They don't owe us nothing. She don't owe me nothing. That's all I got, y'all. But at the end of the day, you guys let me know what you think about the whole situation. Do you think that this is a good idea for them to keep pursuing each other and trying to make it work? Do you think it is a great idea to keep trying to put a square peg into a round hole? Do you think it's insanity to keep doing the same thing over and over again and getting a different result? Okay? Or am I the crazy one? Am I the crazy one? I don't know, you guys, but you guys make sure you smash that like button. If you are part of the replay gang, go ahead and comment. Let me know. Make sure you share out this live to get us in the algorithm, you guys. We are growing and we are glowing. And I have you to think. I have you to thank. All right? So I will see you guys on the next video. And until next time, America, bye.
Goofy jacking tonight. I got options, pocket rocket, pulling poppin' tonight. Ain't no stopping, that bitch talking, and we dropping tonight.
Hey, what's up, guys? This is Lisa Blonet, aka the Hood Mona Lisa, and I am back with another video. This is some hot tea, y'all.
Party rockin', lips locking, goofy jacking tonight. I got options, pocket rocket, pulling poppin' tonight. Ain't no stopping, that bitch talking, and we dropping tonight. Goddamn, man, they motherfucking shot him tonight. Party rockin', lips locking, goofy jacking tonight. I got options, pocket rocket, pulling poppin' tonight.